Are you struggling to find a beginner-friendly free motion quilting design? Do you have a quilt project that needs some background filler? These are my top 5 beginner-friendly free motion quilting designs. I'm Andy, and this is True Blue Quilts, a place to enjoy, experiment, and excel as you quilt. Let's take a look at the free motion design I call Worms. Worms are related to meandering because you just move across the quilt. Meandering tends to be a smaller shape. Worms, just like you think of an actual worm, they're going to be long and skinny. Wiggle that line around and change direction. You can slant, you can curve back in on yourself. You can just travel all around the space. But again, you're trying to keep those lines really long there and evenly spaced throughout the block or the area of your quilt. You can travel all over your quilt. This could be a continuous line design. Ignore any seam lines and just fill the space with a worm design. Loops are a very easy free motion quilting design. It is rather natural to just make those circles over and under with your quilting. You can meander around and just do random loops every once in a while, or you can do more regular. I try to go up and down with my loops so I don't get a very, rigid, linear look to my loops. You can see the difference there as I start to do a few up and down. It spaces out and looks a little more organic on your quilt. Curves tend to be a fairly simple, easy design. Again, you can meander wherever you need to in the space with curves. You can echo back right on top of your curly Q. You can come really deep inside like a spiral or you can just do a little branch off. They can almost start to look like leaves if you don't echo right back on top of those. You can travel along the stem if you want to branch out to an area. Maybe I forgot to fill in this spot, so I need to travel around. And it's just, you can make it as big or as small as you need to fit the space. So curves are a very adaptable design. You can fit the curves in a lot of different spaces. They adapt to a wide variety of quilt designs and quilt blocks. Spirals build off that curve. You just go into the middle and then echo back out. So you need to leave some room there so that you can fit your next line of stitching right in between. And then they kind of change direction there so that we can keep our stitching going. We don't like to have a lot of starts and stops if we can avoid it. And you could echo back around your shape and branch out into more spirals if you needed to fill more space with that spiral design. love to use flames in my quilting, and for a flame stitch, it's just that almost an S and then echo back down. When you come back to the bottom and then you do the second one is really where you start to see that flame aspect, and you can go in any direction there with your flames and just echo around to get wherever you need to go in the quilt space. And again, you can do a whole quilt with just that design. You can vary the spacing of them, or you could even just do that S-shaped curve to fill in some border areas.
See the free motion quilting designs I have used on a variety of quilts in the videos linked below. Hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you are the first to hear about my newest videos. True Blue Quilts is here every week with more quilting tutorials and inspiration.